Greetings and salutations, everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome back. It's now 2017 when this is going up. I'm actually recording this right now, December 31st at 11 p.m. because I wanted to get talking. Because, I don't know, I probably wouldn't get time tomorrow anyway. And I've had a few drinks, so who knows where the fuck this show is going to go at this point. Especially since I'm not that much of a drinker. Alright, so this is going to be a bit of a different type of show. Now, as you may know, that I put up my top 10 games of 2016 list. 10 of the games that I love this year. So you can go check that out. That'll be somewhere, probably link in the description below, or at the end of this video. Who knows? But anyways, this episode, I'm going to focus on my top 10, or 10 of my most anticipated games of 2017. Instead of doing that as its own separate video, I've decided that I'm going to do that as a part of the Glitched Out Gaming Report. And yes, of course, this is the report this week. No Izzy, but Izzy will be back sooner than you think. He will be joining me for an episode in the very near future after the Switch event. We'll do our reactions to that, so look forward to seeing Izzy in 2 weeks? Yeah, I think in 2 weeks. But right now, yeah, let's kick off this episode as I kick off every episode with what I've been playing. And I've only got 3 games here right now, folks, and those 3 games are Stardew Valley. I clocked in 75 hours. I finished up the community center. I've upgraded my house to the highest level. I'm married now. Don't have any kids yet. You can have kids, but the option hasn't popped up for me yet. But man, I'm loving that game. That game is so good. And if you watch my top 10, you know it was one of my favorite games of the year. Next to that, I've been playing some more Final Fantasy 15. That's what I was doing right before jumping into recording this. It's what I'm going to be doing right after recording this, because this is probably going to be a rather short episode. I say that all the time, and it ends up not being true. It ends up being like 40 minutes long. And the other game that I've been playing, and I finished earlier today, and that is Inside, from the creators of Limbo. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't really like this game. I know it's high up there for a lot of people on their Games of the Year list, but it wouldn't have made mine, even if I played it beforehand. I got the normal ending. I looked up the good ending afterwards. Still didn't like the good ending. Really didn't like the normal ending that you get. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Inside. Some of the game was unique and cool, but I don't know. I was really bored by the game, to be quite honest with you. Just, it didn't tickle my fancy. I did prefer Limbo a lot more compared to this one. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing. And folks, I don't have any news this week. It's the end of the year. Nothing's really happening. But since I missed last week, didn't do an episode for Christmas time. By the way, late happy holidays to you all. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Fabulous Festivus. I don't know. But yeah, so no news again this week, folks. Sorry about that. So let's dive straight into the topic of the week. I'm killing it right now in terms of the time this week. This is going to be an extremely short episode, I can tell right now. Gotta pad stuff in there so we can stretch this out. Alright, so my topic of the week, as I said, 10 of my most anticipated games of 2017 that we know of right now, because there's probably going to be a shit ton more announced, especially when the Switch is announced. So who knows what we'll be getting very soon. But anyways, let's dive down through 10 of my most anticipated games. And first on the list, I think you all know this by now, from me, Persona 5. I cannot wait. I've basically been on media blackout now on that game for the last couple months. Haven't watched any of like the new trailers or anything. downloaded the theme onto my PS4. That's about all new Persona that I've seen lately in the last couple months. Man, I'm excited for this game. Cannot wait for April to roll around and just dive deep into that game. That is my April game right there. Everything else will get blocked out, and that will be my focus, I hope. Unless like another Stardew Valley happens, and then just goodbye life. Next up on my list, of course, is Horizon Zero Dawn, the other massive game I'm excited for early in the year of 2017. This one comes out on February 28th, I do believe. I might have that date wrong by a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, I'm very excited for Horizon. It looks beautiful, looks gorgeous, looks fun and exciting. The world looks colorful. It looks like Zelda on PS4. It looks better than Breath of the Wild. Oh, snap. So yeah, I'm really excited for Horizon. I really hope it ends up truly being that next great franchise for PlayStation. And if it does well, hopefully, yeah, Guerrilla can pass on Killzone to one of their other teams to focus on, while they focus on either more stuff for Horizon in the future, like a sequel down the line, or even another new project. What else do they have up their sleeves? I'd like to know. Next up will be the first game I think I'd buy in 2017, and that's Yakuza 0. Yeah, I'm excited as all hell for this game, folks. I love the Yakuza franchise. Excuse me. I played through a fair bit of 3 and 4. I played all the way through Dead Souls, which was the zombie spin-off game, which doesn't really count. But I loved it all the same because it was just weird and wet. What other zombie game can you 1 minute be fighting zombies in the street, then go into a karaoke bar and start singing karaoke? I mean, come on. That's Yakuza for you. It's crazy. It's over the top. Yakuza 0 is a prequel, so I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for Kiwami 2 later in the year. That's going to be awesome. Not high up on my most anticipated. I only wanted to include one Yakuza game here, and I'm going with the nearest one for now. Next up on my list, a March game, March 17th, I want to say, or March 4th, early in March anyway, or middle of March, and that's Nier Automata. Now, I was excited for this game. I played the demo recently. That's something else I should have talked about in my been playing section. I played the demo of that, and my God, it feels good. The combat feels so nice in that game. The bullet hell type gameplay is awesome as always. Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for Nier Automata. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm sure that game will be a contender for me come next December, when I have to put together a 2017 best of top 10. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Next up on my list here is a game that I did back on Kickstarter, and I am thrilled and excited for it, and that is Yooka-Laylee. Now, I have realized that I backed the PC only tier, and I may not be able to play it on PC depending on the specs, so who knows, maybe look forward to a giveaway on my channel, perhaps, for a Steam code of Yooka-Laylee. That could happen. But anyways, I'm really excited for the game. I will pick it up on PlayStation. I'll probably pick up a physical copy since they are doing that. So yeah, really excited for Yooka-Laylee. A return to platformers done by the original Rare team, or most of them anyway. It's going to be a fun time. Now, I never played Banjo-Kazooie, and I know this game is basically ripping off Banjo-Kazooie, and a lot of people who love that game are saying really good things about Yooka-Laylee. So yeah, really, really excited for Yooka-Laylee. As you can see, folks, I'm pausing and whatnot because it's late, drinks, and trying to fill time here. Alright, next up here on my list, game number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. How that just rolls right off the tongue. I am so excited for this game. I have the collector's edition or limited edition pre-order from the store, which comes with like a backpack, art book, soundtrack, a bunch of goodies, and I'm really excited for that game. And I've got the remat or PlayStation 4 versions of 1 and 2 pre-ordered as well from them. And I will probably pick up the Ultra Despair Girls as well on PS4. Get the platinum in that again. So really excited for Danganronpa V3 though. Brand new killing game. Monokuma Cubs. It's going to be fun. And it's probably going to rip my soul apart and really fight it out with Persona 5 as my game of the year for this year, I should say now. Next up on my list now, folks, I am not a fighting game kind of guy. I dabble here and there. I like the story in the new, not the new Mortal Kombat X, no, the rebooted one just called Mortal Kombat. I love the story in that. And I really enjoyed Injustice as well, for that matter. However, there is one fighting game I do get excited for, and I am extremely excited for this one, and that's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Capcom's got a lot to prove after their not so great launch of Street Fighter V, but hopefully they turn things around here with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So, yeah, Mega Man X into the game, Captain Marvel's in the game. I am excited as hell, and please, Capcom and Marvel, put the Punisher in this game, especially if you're not going to have X-Men characters in this one. If it's going to be focused more on the MCU characters, give us John Berthel's Punisher in this game. I want to kick some ass as the Punisher in a Marvel vs. Capcom game, okay? Please? Please do that for your buddy here. And maybe toss in Jessica Jones as well. That would be awesome as well. So yeah, really excited for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Next up, I never finished the first game in this series. I really wish they would bring it over to PlayStation 4. I know it's on PlayStation now, but I'd like to have it again on 4. The next game on my list here, folks, is Ni no Kunai 2 Revenant Kingdom. The trailer that was shown off at PSX 2016. Fucking incredible. It looks gorgeous. It looks like the combat, unlike the last game, which was all turn-based, this one looks, turn-based Pokemon style, I guess you could call it. This one looks like it's going more of the Tails type combat, where you run around, action-oriented kind of stuff, and I'm down with that. I'm cool with that. I love the Tails games. That's another game I didn't include on this list, but I'm excited for Tales of Beriskia, coming out in this month as well. So many fucking games in January, it's insane. But yeah, I'm over the top excited for Ni no Kunai 2. I'm very reluctant to say that it's coming out in 2017. We'll be lucky if it comes out in 2017. This will probably get delayed to like March of 2018. Like March 15th or something like that. Whatever the second Tuesday in March will be, or third Tuesday. Whatever Tuesday in March, okay? It's going to be in March of 2018, probably, but right now I'm going to say it's coming out this year. Next up is another game that was shown off at PSX this year. Now, folks, when the PS4 first launched, sure, I had Knack, and I love Knack. One of the very few people that did love Knack. And sure, I had Killzone, which was cool and fun, but hell, I never even finished Killzone. But you know what game I absolutely adored on PS4 day one? Resogun. So when they showed off their next game at PSX, done by industry pioneer Eugene Jarvis, the creator of Defender, I was over top excited. I'm talking about Nex Machina. The soundtrack alone for this game, judging by that first trailer alone, oh my god, I want that soundtrack. I just want to rock out to that all day long. The style of gameplay looks so colorful, like Smash TV meets Resogun type gameplay. It looks awesome, it looks fun, it looks arcadey. I can see myself sinking so many hours into that game. Cannot wait for that. I'm down for an arcade shooter like that again. So as an old school gamer, that game really excites me. And finally on my list here is a game that I will be probably one of the very few people to pick up the Vita version of this, because support the Vita, folks. I'm talking about Valkyria Revolution. Sure, it's not a normal Valkyria Chronicles type game. It's action oriented instead of the turn-based combat of the other Valkyria games, but god damn, it looks gorgeous. It looks so goddamn gorgeous. And I want to support this game, and I definitely want to buy it on Vita, because one of my hopes is that they eventually bring out a remastered version of Valkyria Chronicles 2 to the Vita and PlayStation 4 too. Sure, why not? More people need to play that game. So I'm really, really looking forward to Valkyria Revolution. It looks so fucking cool. And folks, those are 10 of my most anticipated 2017 games. And maybe maybe all of these games will make my fantasy draft in a couple of weeks. Me and Izzy are probably going to do that when we record the Switch discussion, which I think we talked about on the last episode of the Glitch Tape Gaming podcast. So, yeah, looking forward to all of these games and so many more. I mean, there's Resident Evil coming out, Dragon Quest VIII Remastered on the 3DS. Down for that one. I got that one pre-ordered too. Ooh, dirty word, pre-order. So I'm really, really looking forward to that game. So much goodness coming, folks. So much goodness and stuff we don't even know about yet. And stuff that will probably get delayed. And I hear fireworks on the outside. It's 45 minutes away from midnight. You fools don't launch fireworks yet. Anyways, those are my most anticipated. I'd love to hear what your most anticipated are. And speaking of stuff from you guys, we do have a couple of comments that were left on the last episode of the Glitch Tape Gaming podcast. First off, from Aaron B. He says, "Great to have you back, Izzy." Sorry he's not here again this week, Aaron. But like I said earlier, he will be returning for the Switch event, and on a somewhat semi-regular basis moving forward in the future. Yeah, great to have you back, Izzy. I think Lord X hit the nail on the head with respect to why Sun and Moon were such a breath of fresh air to the franchise. Sun and Moon were necessary. I fucked up on my best trailer pick, because it only now just clicked for me that trailers and commercials are not the same thing. Facepalm. It's alright, man. And Alexander Ertz said he's got to explain why his Uncharted 4 was his most disappointing pick. The short version, it was a good game, but the adventure was disappointing, and while the personal stories were well done, I already felt we knew enough about Nathan, Elena, and Sully by the end of Uncharted 3. Uncharted 2 had an amazing adventure. Uncharted 3 was disappointing to me, probably because I saw all the big set-piece action scenes before the game came out. For Uncharted 4, I was on media blackout trying to avoid that stuff. Come to find out that the only big action scene in the game was the car chase they showed off at E3, or whenever. Yeah, I think that was E3. The Last of Us told an amazing story, and I felt like Uncharted 3 told all the personal story we needed to know about Drake and Sully. Uncharted 4 felt like a writing excuse for Naughty Dog people who were tired of just making action games. An extra epilogue to Uncharted 3. As a game, the action was somehow repetitive while also being too brief. I think it comes down to just being done with the Uncharted formula after 3 and expecting 4 to be some new grand adventure and groundbreaking action gameplay and amazing crazy over-the-top set-piece scenes, which it wasn't. I built it up too much in my mind. That happens to all of us, man. Like I talked about earlier, I was disappointed in Inside. I was expecting something a whole lot more than what I got. And as a result, I was disappointed by the game. After hearing all the positive stuff about it, I was really excited, really hyped up to play it, and eventually was disappointed. Stuff happens like that, so yeah, totally can see your points about Uncharted 4 being under your most disappointing list. And that's all for the questions and comments. I think there might have been some posted over on OGS, but at this point in time, I'm kind of too lazy to go searching for that. But anyways, folks, as it comes down to the recommendation and pick of the week. Honestly, I don't know if anything's coming out this week. Let's take a quick look here. The only thing here for January 5th is Milkmaid of the Milky Way for Windows, Mac, and iOS. The 10th has Hatsune Miku Project Diva Fortune Tone for the PlayStation 4. And on the 11th, Criminal Girls Invite Only comes out on Windows. Oh shit! I kind of forgot. We didn't do the games of January. So, folks, impromptu, we're adding a second topic of the week right here. It's the games of January, coming right in at the end. You can never know what to expect here on the Glitched Out Gaming Report, when I actually forget shit. So let's continue to go down through that list. On the 12th, in Japan, they get Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, the bastards. We gotta wait. On the 13th, Rise and Shine comes to Windows and Xbox One. On the 17th, Altair Shahali Plus Alchemist of the Death Sea comes out on the Vita. Fate Exteria, the Unbridled Star, comes out on PS4 and PlayStation Vita. On the 19th in Japan, they get both Birthdays the Beginning on PlayStation 4 and Valkyria Revolution on PlayStation 4 and Vita. On the 20th, we get Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King on the 3DS, which includes new playable characters and bonus missions and whatnot, though downscaled graphics. Which really surprises me because they could put a Wii game on there, but they can't put a PS2 game on the 3DS. I don't know. Maybe if they made it a new 3DS exclusive, they could have done that shit. On the 20th, we also get Gravity Rush 2 on PlayStation 4 and Urban Empire on Windows. On the 24th, big day here, folks, we get Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue on the PlayStation 4. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard on Windows, PS4, and Xbox One. Tales of Berseria on Windows and PlayStation 4, and Yakuza 0 on PlayStation 4. On the 25th, Memoria comes out on Windows, Mac, and Linux. On the 26th, we have The Wardrobe for Windows, Mac, and Linux. On the 30th, Disgaea 2 gets its Windows release, and Double Dragon 4 releases for Windows and PS4. And on the 31st, the 34th of January, we get Constructor HD for Windows, PS4, and Xbox One, Digimon World Next Order for the PlayStation 4, Divide for the PlayStation 4, and Dynasty Warriors Godseers for PlayStation 4 and Vita. And under 2B names, we have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle for Windows, PS4, and Xbox One, and the Flame in the Flood for PlayStation 4. So I'm going to do a pick of the week out of these folks, and I'm going with Dragon Quest VIII, because it's one of my favorite games of all time. And even though I'm excited about Yakuza 0, Tales, Resident Evil 7, and Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, I'm going with what I know here, and suggesting that you play Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King. And yeah, that's going to do it for this week. And as far as my recommendation of the week goes, something that I know from the past, why not play Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King on PlayStation 2? I did it say. Use it for both. And folks, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go finish up 2016 now by probably having another drink and playing some more Final Fantasy 15. And by the time this goes up, it'll be the new year. So once again, Happy New Year to you all. And I will catch you next week. This guy is going to glitch out.